What is going on, everyone? My name is Joseph Reynolds, and today joining me is Mr. Main Event for APFC, the debut show over in England at the BEC Arena. Obviously, another big fight for yourself and a big year it's been so far for you. How are you feeling this year, buddy?
I'm excited, mate. I've got to say, I'm like one of the most active pros on the scene at the minute. There's not many people fighting as many times as me. You see a lot of amateurs getting active now, which is good. But as a professional, it's different. Do you know what I mean? The fights mean a lot more, and I'm putting it all on the line. I'm active. I think I don't even know how many fights I've had in the last 12 months, but I've been busy and I plan to keep that going.
No, 100%. And you mentioned there in terms of the activity, obviously, it seems like just because of the activity level you had, it's been so long ago since the Bellator fight, and that was still only this year. And then as well, to go on and do the other things that you've done, do you feel as though this activity level, in terms of being able to stay active, what would you sort of credit that to being able to be this active as a fighter?
Just young and hungry. I've got no reason to not be fighting if you know when I'm training hard year round all the time. So it just makes me think when I've not got a fight, what am I not fighting for? Do you know what I mean? I'm working all the time, I'm fit all the time, so I might as well keep pushing my career forward. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to hold it up. So I guess I'm in no rush still as well, though. Do you know what I mean? I've still got to be patient. I've got plenty of time. Probably got another 14, 15 years fighting, which is the maddest thing. But yeah, just I enjoy getting busy as well and fighting. Without a fight, I get bored quite easily. I don't do nothing else in my life other than fight and be a dad. Do you know what I mean? So the plan was after my fight on LFL to have a little bit of time off, but that didn't last long. After a few weeks, I was trying to get on UKFC as well, but they couldn't get me a fight. So that would have been in like 2 weeks. So I was planning to do that as well. But yeah, fucking just like to get busy.
No, 100%. And then as well, obviously, just because of the recent performances you'd had, obviously, even in Bellator, the result didn't go your way, but still a good performance from yourself. And then
Yeah.
after that, it's been big finish after big finish and LFL and then UKFC as well. But in terms of looking at this fight, it's a main event for yourself on the UFC Fight Pass. You know there's going to be eyes on you. You know there's going to be people looking, and you'll know there'll be promotions there that are looking to sign you. But do you feel as though for you, you're able to treat these big moments just like sort of any other fight?
Yes, and especially because I have been so busy. You know, momentum's a real thing. Experience is a real thing. I've got a lot of momentum on my side. I've been in the cage a lot lately. Every time I'm doing it, it feels right now. It feels normal. I used to be a bit of an overwhelming feeling fighting, especially when I was a little bit younger. But because I have been so active, it feels normal to me. I'm taking everything in my stride. So yeah, I'm excited. This is probably my biggest opportunity yet so far, especially getting to headline. So I'm excited. I can't wait.
100%. And then as well, obviously being on the Fight Pass, it opens up sort of different opportunities, different eyes on you from America this time round, and all these different opportunities as well. So do you feel as though even looking at it from a sponsorship perspective and bringing people onto the team to help fund the career as well, that it even opens up those sort of opportunities for yourself as well?
Yeah, 100%. Well, obviously, the APFC is primarily a stateside show, it's an American show. So I've got plans. I've spoken to my management team. I want to get out there as well. So obviously, get me fight out the way on this first. That's what all my focus is on. But APFC is an American show. I definitely need to start getting my name out in like different places. I've started to get it out in Europe a little bit, fighting on Bellator, Dublin, and I've just my last fight was in Amsterdam. So I've got my name out there in Europe a little bit, but America's where it's at, isn't it? It's where like all the biggest names, all like the biggest shows, it's all over there. So I plan to build myself with APFC a little bit and start getting my name over there in America. And like you said, it's on Fight Pass, which again is just a bonus.
100%. And you mentioned there in terms of sort of the management team that you have got now, obviously being with Showtime as well and having them there, do you feel as though it's made such a big difference in terms of being able to get these opportunities on the different shows in different countries? Obviously, the level's there, but just to have them behind you, has that made a big difference, do you think?
Yeah, honestly, I couldn't speak more highly about my management team and everything they've done for me so far. So, like, a massive thank you to them. I couldn't say a bad word about them. Everything I need has been it's been promised and it's been delivered so far. So, definitely on the right path. Yeah, I'm excited to see where my career goes under them.
No, definitely. And then there's the coaching side of things as well that you do a lot of. And obviously, people would still say they are really in your career, but the coaching and they've seen even fighters under yourself, they've been successful. But to be able to have that side of things, do you feel as though doing the coaching alongside the fighting, there's things that you can take from coaching and then apply them to your own fighting as well, having that there?
Yeah, 100%. I just love fighting. I've got a very good brain for fighting, so I like to pass on my knowledge. Like coaching's not a chore to me when I'm teaching like the young fighters and things like that. I love it. And I'm not just doing it for like a job or just for money. Like it's just something I love to do in my spare time. And like I said, it's a bonus that I like. That's the way I do make. It's a little. I don't make much money, like, but the little bit of money I do make is through that. So I'm just like, my whole life is this sport. You know what I mean? If I'm not training, I'm coaching. If I'm not coaching, I'm, like I said, I'm just at home with my family chilling. Like I don't do nothing else outside the sport. I'm very disciplined.
100%. And then as well, obviously, you mentioned there that being a family man and being a dad now as well. Obviously, in terms of knowing that it's not just sort of fighting for yourself, that you've got a kid there and a family, do you feel as though it was able to give you that extra sort of fire underneath you to go on and keep being able to do the things that you have been doing?
Yeah, 100%. When the baby was first born, in my head I was like, I'll just take a year off and like just settle into being a dad and things like that. And it's went the complete opposite way. I've just been non-stop fighting, but like you said, I've got air to provide for now. And as people know, like low level fighting, it's not like the most financially secure position. And I'm not chasing money. Do you know what I mean? That's never been what I'm in it for. But the money will come as I start to push my career on. So it's just give me more of a reason to like keep on cracking on. Probably another reason why I've been so active is the fact that like I've got my family there that I'm also fighting for.
Yeah, and then as well in terms of sort of got the family there, and then obviously the team over at Aspire that you've got. Obviously, you look at a lot of your teammates. Quite a few are on this card as well at APFC. I think Luke Burns, Jack Dunny, and then Jack actually will be making his pro debut as well. But to have your teammates on this card and also just have them there in training, what sort of a difference does that make for you? Just having them there and being able to work with great people in the gym.
I'm excited to do a camp with a full team. We do this a lot, like a lot of the time, like everyone's in camp at the same time. We don't work with like every show in the country. There's a few shows that like our gym trust and we put fighters on them shows. So whenever they're on, we take big teams. And like APFC is a massive chance, especially like for all the amateurs and things like that. Like you said, Axie's got his pro debut. So it's a big opportunity for us all. So camp's going to be good. It's going to be a good energy in the gym. Everyone's pushing towards the same goal, picking each other up and giving you your teammates a boost when you need it. So it's going to be good. I'm excited.
No, definitely. And then as well at Aspire, he's got something that not many places in the country do have it as the college program that people can be on as well and fight along at the same time. But what do you feel as though that difference has made to a lot of fighters that do come into that gym?
We've just got to look at like a lot of gyms. Like there's no other gym bringing out prospects the way we've got. We're just like pumping them out one after the next, and there's loads of them that you haven't even seen yet. Like young kids that have had like one fight, no fight, but are skilled fighters. You know what I mean? So I think the college course definitely helps that, giving people a chance from a young age to like make this a career because it's hard to do. It's very hard to do, and you see a lot of the time as soon as someone gets a job, I've seen it myself. You know, the times like I've had mates over the years, like just through fighting that have just dropped off because as soon as it gets to the time where you got to start making money, they go and get a job, and then that's it. Then so we're giving like, well, I'm not myself, like, but Dean and Phil are giving an avenue for people to like push on and make a career out of it. So it's massive, and it's coming back to them because the fighters that they got coming through, trust me, there's loads of people to keep an eye out on. Like I said, you might not even know the names yet, but in a few years' time, all of us are going to be coming up together.
Oh, 100%. And then just to sort of look back at sort of the year we've had, we spoke about it a little bit, but obviously there's been those big opportunities in place for you this year. So how has it been sort of staying grounded and still knowing that there's a lot for you to achieve, even after people will look at this year and see it as a big year, but there's still a lot more in the future for you to do. But how has it been sort of staying grounded with those opportunities?
I find that easy. I'm so far away from where I want to go and where I know I'm going to go. So this is nothing. It's just taking a next step little by little by little until I get where I know I belong. And I honestly don't think that's too far away, but I'm not looking too far ahead. I'm just keeping my head down, keep on cracking on and keep improving as a fighter. And you've seen it in my results and my performances that, it's what I'm on the right path.
Definitely. And then as well, sort of going into this fight and taking a look at your opponent, if you've been able to have the chance to watch him as of yet, but how do you sort of see this fight playing out? And what are you looking to sort of show being the main event in the UFC Fight Pass as well?
I just want a big finish. There's no feeling in the world like finishing someone. My last two fights are like the expectations are going to be high of me. In my last 2 fights, I thought like a good prospect in Tommy Hawthorne, undefeated. I fought him coming off a loss, which not many people would want to do. And it was a tough fight, a scary fight. And I knocked him out in 40 seconds. But that was a massive win. The last fight, I don't need to sit here and lie and act like the guy was like an absolute animal. It was a fight that I should have been there to win. But the win in that fight was finishing him. That guy was tough. He's been in there and he was like a bit of a journeyman, but not like what you see over here. He's still got 20 pro wins. He's beat people with like 10-1 records, good records. He's stepped in on late notice to fight glory champions at weights well above me, big guys, and they couldn't finish him. So the win in that fight was to get him out of there, and I'd done it like in devastating fashion. I literally shattered his face. So that was another big win. So I think the expectations for the next one are going to be high, and the high for myself, but I know I'm going to deliver on it. Like I said before, momentum is a real thing, and it's a big thing, and I've got a lot of it coming into this fight. I'm improving all the time. I'm skilled. I can fight everywhere. I think a lot of people are probably forgetting about me grappling, but I'm probably not far off getting me black belt in jiu-jitsu. You know what I mean? Like I'm a serious grappler as well as a very good striker, which people are starting to see now. So I'm expecting something big from myself, so other people can expect it as well. What it's going to be yet, I'm not too sure, because there's not too much out there on the guy, to be honest. I know he's got like titles in Brazil and things like that. Don't know how much that means, but we'll find out on the night. But I just can't see myself not putting him away. I've got like a very calculated style where I'm not like I build up as the fight goes on, and people haven't really seen that yet. So I'm excited. If he's tough, you will get to see that, but expect me to put him away. That is a promise. Like I am going to put him away.
100%. And then the final thing from myself is obviously the UK fans and even a lot of European fans now, they'll know what Liam Mccracken does when he does get inside the cage. But for the American fans that maybe for the first time seeing Liam Mccracken inside the cage, just a couple words, how would you summarize Liam Mccracken as a fighter?
I change all the time, to be honest. Like I always say this, like you don't know what to expect from me. I don't know what to expect from myself. I'm not well-rounded where I might come out and think, like, I'm just going to strike here. I might come out and think, I'm not going to throw a punch. I'm just going to grapple here. I might get a quick submission. Like, you just don't know what to expect. I don't know what to expect from myself sometimes, but I just know it's going to be good. So don't blink. And yeah, expect the finish. I've got 5 first-round finishes so far, and I'm planning to keep that going. If I don't, and he can last, then expect vicious beatdown.
100%. Well, that is everything from myself. If you would like to take a chance at your sponsors, teammates, anything like that, obviously feel free to go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, I don't want to get into names because I always end up forgetting someone and feel that bad after it. So I just want to say thank you to everyone that sponsors me. Massive help. I appreciate you more than you know. And obviously my team, like I'm not on without my team with everything. So they all know that anyway. So thank you to them. And yeah, 8 weeks. Let's go.
100%. Well, there you go. That's everything from me. Obviously, 8 weeks. Liam Mccracken, Mr. Main Event, UFC Fight Pass. Never a fighter to miss and not a card to miss either. But I really appreciate your time today, buddy. Thank you
Thanks
very
a
much.
lot. Nice one, Joe.
Cheers, buddy.